Good evening, my dear children. So I welcome you all for the bioscience class. In this class, we will be discussing about the third stall, that is cocoon to fiber. How does cocoon is going to be converted into fiber, and what are the tools that are going to be helping in converting the cocoons into fibers? All such type of vagera things are going to be learned here. Here, as I explained about the previous session, that reelings or the process or tools that are going to be helping for the removal of the fibers, has one of the important that a person stood in front of the corner explaining about the process of obtaining the fibers from the cocoon. I am Prashant from Shadi Nagar. So here, when she came across at that moment, a Prashant who is also been standing at the third stall and started to explain, "Hi, my dear Nilima. My name is Prashant. I am from Shadi Nagar," and he started to give explanation about the process of reeling. The process of reeling clearly observed in the form of jib. It's clearly explained how the process of reelings takes place, and it highly requires a man force also. Here, Rangareddy district, and Prashant is belongs to Rangareddy district. I'm working in a reeling center. So the centers where the fibers are going to be removed are called as a reeling centers. And Nilima saw the cocoons being boiled in the water. She was shocked and you told, "Hey, what are you doing?" Your Nilima, when she came to the third stall, she came across that the cocoons are going to be boiled with the high temperature in the water. At that moment, Nilima started to utter, that is nothing but she started to shout, saying that, "Hey, what you are doing? You are just boiling the cocoons." At that moment, "We are boiling the cocoon." Prashanta has given an answer. "Yes, we are boiling the cocoon to get the silk fibers. Caterpillars of silkworm spin fibers, which are mainly made up of two types of proteins called as a sericin and fibroin. Here, and it is very strong." Here, Prashant started to give the explanation. "Yes, Nilima, we are going to be boiling the cocoon to kill this caterpillar, and these silk fibers are completely made up of two type of proteins. One is sericin and other one is fibrin, and the nature of these proteins are very tough, and the cocoons have to be boiled and lose the fibers to make it as a relit one." So here the Prashant started to explain that by boiling the cocoon at that moment in the water, due to the presence of high temperature, the cocoons are going to be becoming, the fibers are going to be become loose, so that we can remove thread by thread. Here, obtaining the silk fibers from the cocoon is called as a reeling. What do you mean by reeling, Nana? Reeling is nothing but the way of obtaining the fibers from the cocoon after boiling in the water. It has done with the special machines called as a reelers or twisters. You are the machines which are going to be helping for removal or obtaining the silk fibers are called as a reelers or twisters. The silk fibers is carefully collected from the cocoon, and nearly 3 to 8 of such threads are being wounded together to make a yarn from the which of the reeled. Here, as you know that it is one of the important thing. The silk fibers were completely collected in a careful manner from the cocoon. And how many they are going to be collecting? From 3 to 8 from each thread. From each thread, they are capable of extracting 3 to 8 wounds and gathering them together and forming a reeler. This yarn is clearly bleached and colored. When they started to remove from the boiled water, at that moment, this yarn are going to be cleaned. They are going to be cleaning with the water. Not only cleaning, but also they are going to be bleaching. They are going to be using some chemical material, and not only the bleaching and cleaning, but also they used to be having the color, different types of whatever the color that our cloths are supposed to have. It is only because when they started to remove the yarn, at that moment they are going to be adding this chemical material. The yarn is ready to woven into the variety of the design fibers on the looms. So with the hand looms, in the past they used to be using the hand looms machines, but presently the electrical looms are also being developed. So you can clearly say that the yarns which are ready to be woven into the variety of design fibers on the looms. Here, after collecting this fiber, they placed on the looms and started to wave it in a nice manner. You can see the reeling centers at Nandikotukuru and Hyderabad and Karimnagar. The three districts are very famous. One among them, Nandikotukuru and Hyderabad and Karimnagar. These three places are very famous for the reeling centers. What they are going to be doing in the reeling centers? They are not going to be doing anything. They are going to be boiling first of all, they used to be boiling the cocoons and started to remove thread by thread. Each and every thread may also supposed to be giving 3 to 8 8 pieces. They used to be collecting them and placing on the looms and started to wave in a nice manner, so that whatever the cloth that we are planning, whatever the cloth they decided